In a world full of cruelty and depravity, where the lawless make the law and the good are preyed upon by the bad, two unlikely heroes will emerge. Wait, what the hell? They're just gonna bitch about it?
That's kind of their thing.
Okay, whatever. Two crazy Florida men named Bill.
And that is Bill.
And Todd.
That's Todd.
Drinking beer and talking about true crime. Yeah, just talking about it, not doing anything about it. Welcome to Crimes, Killers, Cults,
and Beer.
A true crime comedy podcast.
Okay, now that that's out of the way. Oh, what the hell?
Why is it starting over? All right.
Okay, now that that's out of the way.
I know. I see what happened. I got it. I mean, all is well.
Okay.
Won't happen again.
Take 3. Now that that's out of the way.
Right?
We've been talking about, for the past few weeks about, damn, we need to come up with something different.
Yes, we do.
So there it is.
We did.
And let us know what you think about that. I particularly love that. I'm going to shorten it. I'm going to shorten it up a little bit, but
yeah, no, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. So what are you drinking, Todd?
What am I drinking? The usual rum and coke out of Old Powder Blue here.
And I'm drinking my usual Bud Light out of a shit brown here.
I think Bill's just jealous because he doesn't have Powder Blue.
Dude, I don't know if this is... Yeah, okay, because I went, I told you where I went last night.
Yes.
But I had to go and, I had to involve work. Mm-hmm. So I was wearing my CKCB shirt because obviously I'm going to wear that to a concert.
Well, yeah.
And so I go back to the place, this distribution center where I had worn it previously, and everybody in the place was fucking, using their phone to hit the QR code on the back.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
So this girl that works there, she's Jamaican and she calls me Poppy. Hey, Poppy. She's real sweetheart. Not I like her. She's really cool.
Right.
But I go in there and she has a powder blue sippy cup and she says, "Hey, Poppy." And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" She goes, "Look at it." She goes, and she just holds it up and just kind of like,
oh man.
It was a powder blue sippy cup.
Sweet.
And I didn't really. She was one of the people that scanned the QR code on the back of my shirt when I had worn it there previously.
Right.
And I didn't really make any, 3 trucks got there at the exact same time. So I really wasn't, it didn't dawn on me what she was doing. I thought she was just like, raise my drink to you or something like that or whatever. Cause she's really cool. She sees me with fist bump and everything. One time she even gave me a side hug.
Aw.
So, hey, Poppy. But,
so she went out and got herself a powder blue sippy cup.
Yeah. Well, she definitely made, I don't know if she got it because of you. I wish I had I didn't think about, dude, that was a powder blue sippy cup.
Right? Hell yeah. That's
so
awesome.
I didn't think about that. Next time I'm down there, which will be this coming week, I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask her. I'm gonna be like,
hell yeah.
Because inquiring minds want to know.
Yes. I want to know.
And I do too. How awesome would it be? It's like, oh yeah, I think
bought a powder blue sippy cup because of your guys' show. That would be awesome.
It would.
So if that's the case, listen up, sponsors. We get to people, make them buy shit.
Yeah. Well, if she's got it with her next time I'm down there, I'm going to take a selfie with her with powder blue.
Absolutely.
whether she listens to the podcast or not.
Yeah. That's funny. Anyway.
Oh man, part 2, or no, take 2.
Take 2.
Take 2. Angel's Landing, Colt. We'd already done it.
Yeah.
But I probably, and our first our first attempt at part 1 was pretty good episode.
It was.
But I fucked up.
Yeah.
Probably the worst mistake I've made thus far in the in us doing the podcast. I left out probably 30 minutes worth of content out of part 1, and didn't realize it until after we had recorded part 1, and I sat down to write the notes for part 2. I was just like, holy shit, this stuff that's in part 2 should have been in part 1. So here we go. Part 2.
Yeah.
Angel's Landing. Hey! So, Angel's Landing. Take 2.
Take 2.
This cult takes place outside of Wichita in plain old Kansas.
Yes.
It was run by a man named Lou Castro, but that's not his real name, so put a knife in that.
Oh, shit, hold
on. He was really wealthy, and nobody could explain why. He had a very nice house on a strip north of Wichita called Angel's Landing, and people were coming there frequently to stay there and move in. Wouldn't be uncommon to see really expensive vehicles driving around there, and most of the people who came to live there were outsiders. They weren't from Wichita or that area. They were from elsewhere in the country.
Oh. So they weren't plain old Kansas. They were...
No.
They were maybe Arkansas?
No, there's nobody from Arkansas, I don't think.
Okay. Well, it was worth a try.
But normal North Dakota.
Normal North Dakota.
Actually, no, it was South Dakota, not North Dakota.
Okay, yeah.
So, but yeah, the license plates on these cars were personalized, and it was like Angel 1, Angel 2, Angel 3, Angel 4, and there were 8 of them. So
right.
eight super expensive cars, all registered in plain old Kansas. but nobody knew who these people were.
Huh. All right.
The house and 10 acres were purchased by a woman named Patricia Hughes. Then 10 connecting acres were purchased, and 2 more very nice houses were built. Right off the bat, law enforcement had their eye on this developing compound, and this began very early in the this began very early in the 2000s.
Okie dokie.
So now the compound's like 4 large houses on 20 acres, spaced apart, and all the people who lived there were, like I said, from all over the country.
All right.
What was really going on is it was a cult run by a man, Lou Castro, who had his followers convinced that he was an angel from heaven and that he alone could guarantee their way into heaven.
Oh, sure he could. Anyway.
But that ticket came at a cost.
Something
even worse than selling your soul to the devil.
Oh. Okay.
Sources.
Never mind. Sorry.
Sources in this one: Deadly Cults, Angel's Landing documentary, season 2, episode 2 on Amazon, as well as Dateline.
Dateline.
Yeah, I did some dating on Dateline on this damn episode.
All right.
Wait, dating on Dateline, wouldn't that be like akin to Prison Tender?
Fuck if I know. I don't watch that show. I mean, is that even still a thing?
I don't know, to be honest with you. But it's all available. It's all available online, though. So,
there you go.
In the early 2000s, Lou Castro contacted Jennifer Hudson, a realtor, about buying property outside of Wichita. Jennifer very firmly believed in angels, and she had 2 young daughters, Sarah and Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer and Lou became really good friends because they were spending lots of time together. She's driving him around. What about this place? No. What about that place? No. What about that place? No. I'm an angel. What about that place? No. I'm an angel. Cool. Like in the biblical sense? Yeah.
No.
What about that place? No. What about that place? Maybe. Really? No.
No.
I can resurrect people from the dead. Okay, what about that place? No. I can keep going. You want me to? I can keep going and do the entire episode like that.
No. Dude, it's funny that you brought that up because in my video game, I now have the power to resurrect aliens. Not people. I can't resurrect people, but I can do aliens, which I don't know why, but it's a thing.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. A lot of the powers you get in this game don't make much sense, but they're fun as fuck. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on.
So, if you went to the home planet of said aliens, would you be able to resurrect them there on their home planet, seeing as they weren't aliens? You were the alien on that planet.
Yeah, no, I don't think it works. I think it's aliens to myself.
Oh, so you'd still be able to go to their planet and resurrect their...
All the aliens I've run into in the game are all creatures that are trying to eat me, and I'm like, why the hell do I want to bring you back to life?
Oh, you said aliens. I'm picturing like Andorians or something like that.
No, there's nothing like that yet in this game that I know of. It's all creatures.
Oh, tentacles.
That try to eat you.
Tentacles?
Not so much.
That's a good thing. There's
like multiple arms and like scorpions with 3 stinger tails and weird shit. Just crazy.
So it's
shit.
like the movie Splice.
Not really. I mean, because we're in a different galaxy. Earth is dead in the game, and we moved on to other galaxies. I've gone back to Earth, though. I've seen NASA in the game. It's there, and it's where.
All right. Hashtag but I digress.
Yes, we totally did. But it was cool. Never mind.
But Jennifer introduced her daughters to Lou in 2001, and Jennifer and the girls did not live in Wichita at that point, but she and her husband were fighting, and Jennifer divorced her husband and then moved in with Lou on his new property and a house and a house that and a and a house on what Lou had named Angel's Landing.
Okay.
Lou and Patricia Hughes were the leaders, and Lou was the actual leader, but everything was in Patricia's name in the legal sense.
Well,
so Lou and Patricia had everybody on the compound convinced that he was a legitimate real angel in the biblical sense. No.
And
he could tell you when you were going to die.
Okay, sure.
So that was a card Lou would pull if somebody was, trying to leave, or if other things, which hashtag we'll get to.
Hashtag we'll get to. All right. I like it.
I'm not gonna tell you to put a knife in it, because I know you're kind of running low on knives.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So, but there's a lot of knives in this episode. I'm just sparing you one right now.
Okay, I'm ready. I think I brought enough tonight.
You're going to die. You're going to die on such and such date unless you stay here with me and do exactly what I say.
Mm-hmm.
And people bought into it. So the origin story was years later, Lou had gotten sick and actually died and came back to life as an angel. And Patricia was Lou's hype man, claiming that she was there when Lou came back and she saw it happen.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sure she did.
Lou had everybody brainwashed into believing that he would take care of them and he wanted what was best for them. And he was the magnet that had brought the chosen together here at Angel's Landing.
Oh, yes, of course he was.
Yeah, it sounds like a I don't know. It sounds like a 90s soap opera.
It does. Yeah, it does. It definitely sounds like some kind of 90s TV show. Like a
Friends.
Yeah, like Friends with a twist.
Well, you know, one of the cast from that just died today, right?
Yes, I did hear that. Matthew Perry, I think it was his name.
Yeah, he drowned.
That's too bad because, I mean, I haven't seen him anything he's done lately. I don't know if he's done anything lately, but he was in his movie, and I'm going to digress just for a second because you brought him up.
Oh yeah,
he was in this movie called The Whole Nine Yards with Bruce Willis, and he was fucking amazing. He stole that movie.
I know I've seen the movie. I don't remember much about it, but
and then they made a sequel that was still good, but not so much. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Yeah, R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
Yeah,
we're a funny fuck.
So, like all cultists, these people had their struggles and going on in their lives, and Lou would pretend to be empathetic about it, and he would say the right things to make them come to the realization that he was not only an angel, he was their angel.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike most cults, Lou wanted all of his followers to have material wealth, and there's always something in these cult episodes that sets them apart from the other one.
Yes.
Like Heaven's Gate. He wasn't fucking everybody who lived. He wasn't fucking anybody. In fact, he didn't want anybody to fuck.
Yeah. Which is weird.
For a cult. Yeah.
Weird for a cult.
But this one, Lou wanted everybody to live, live high on the hog. So he would, but that was his way to lure him in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Lou probably had a better go at convincing people to live like that than Marshall Applewhite did by convincing people not to have sex.
Yeah. I would say so.
Hey, have all the sex you want, and you get to drive a Maserati.
And you get a fancy car.
And a brand new house.
And a big house.
And all your bills paid.
Yeah, all for the low, low price of your soul.
Where do I sign up?
Anyway,
no, but seriously, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense and everything as to why these people would do that. You know, why these people would just buy into this doctrine and everything. And it's I'm going to speak on this, from experience as the episode goes, and especially in part 2. But it's just there's always something there. These cult leaders find their niche, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And they exploit it. And so when these people arrived, they were amazed by these extremely nice new houses and fancy cars and everything. And compared to other cults, this one was heaven, but like I said, there's always a cost.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going back to the beginning. And
okay, Quentin Tarantino.
So Daniel Perez, a.k.a. Lou Castro, was born in November of 1959, 20 minutes outside of Corpus Christi, Texas. And that's literally all there is about his childhood.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, and we're going to find out why.
Oh. He's one of those, huh?
Yeah. And as a young man, he joined the Navy as an airplane mechanic. But even then he used multiple aliases, likely to cover up a lot of shady shit, as one would if they were doing shady things.
Shady shit, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's I forgot what I was going to say. Go on.
He's a shady...
Even more so.
He's a shady shyster. Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's not what I was going to say, but we'll go with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So his documented history starts in the mid-90s when he was in his 30s. And he met 18-year-old Patricia Gomez, later became Patricia Hughes. And they became involved right off the bat. And and right off the bat, we have precedence for him liking the younger women. I mean, at this point, he was almost twice her age, although she was legal. She was 18, so she was legal.
Yeah.
But
still,
yeah,
it's creepy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's creepy. If she came to him, I consider that less creepy than it would be if he pursued her. But he probably did pursue her.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. If she instigated it, then
right,
it's not as creepy. It's still creepy though.
I mean, she's 18, and if she came to him, then
I mean, she's 18. It's legal, so I guess
creepy, but still legal.
It's still, I don't know. Yeah, there's just something weird about it. I don't know. Seeing somebody half your age, that's just. I mean, I know what happens, so you know, right? But still, it's odd. Anyway.
Yeah, she wasn't his stepdaughter. I'm looking at you, Woody Allen.
That's the adopted daughter. They adopted her.
Yeah, still a stepdaughter.
No, adopted daughter.
Adopted daughter. Yeah, same difference. Not blood related. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
I'll give you that.
But still, she was legal.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Perez.
How do we get Woody Allen into this?
I don't know. Perez, and I'm just going to call him Lou for the rest of the episode just to make it less confusing. Do. Yeah. Because there's a good-sized cast of characters in this story. So Lou began detailing his thoughts and delusions of grandeur with Patricia, and she ate it up because she was young and impressionable, which was good for Lou. Because let's just say if Lou had written our episode 50, it would have been full of angels, and Thaddeus would have been killed in battle, resurrected, set on a righteous path of punishment in order to prove himself to God. And then he would have healed the scorched land, because of the Dust Bowl, and single-handedly ended the Dust Bowl. But only if people followed him blindly and made sacrifices to him. And I'm really probably not that far off.
No, probably not. Okay. Yeah. That was a lot to take in, but yeah.
But I really wish that we hadn't started letting the cat out of the bag about episode 50 on like future episodes.
I know what you mean. We'd have had to though eventually.
Yeah.
You should be proud of that story, man. That's a great fucking
story. I am. But
you shouldn't want to hide that from people. You shouldn't want to hide that from people.
But now it's just like that episode's like since we like, hey, I made it up. People aren't listening to it anymore.
Well,
shot myself in the foot. Well,
come back.
They're waiting for the book.
Yeah, they're waiting for the book. Actually, here, don't listen to that episode because just don't.
Right.
If
you haven't, don't listen to episode 50.
Yeah. Just like we don't want you to listen to the BTK episodes, which you're doing. You're listening to them now. So it is what it is.
Yeah. And we're going to redo that one.
Yeah, they know we're going to redo it, but we've talked about it like half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So he could heal the sick. He could make it rain on demand. So you see, I wasn't making much of a stretch.
No, you weren't.
What on the Dust Bowl killer thing?
No, not at all.
He also, as I mentioned earlier, could predict when people would die.
Yeah, no.
And if you didn't think that was strange enough, buckle up.
Oh no.
He believed that he was a 1,000-year-old angel. And that's how he got his mystical powers.
1,000-year-old. Okay.
1,000 years.
All right.
Although probably 20 years after he said he was 1,000 years, he probably was still saying he was 1,000 years.
Still 1,000.
Not 1,020.
Yeah, but I mean, like seriously, if you're 1,000 years old, do you think 1,020 is really that much more than 1,000 years? Have you made it that far?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, I wouldn't start counting again until you got to at least 1,100.
No, if I met somebody that said I'm 1,000 years old, then I bumped into him again and he didn't recognize me, but I recognized him, and he said I'm 1,000 years old, I've been like, dude, didn't you say you were 1,020 years ago?
Yeah.
Aren't you 1,020?
No. I mean, yes, I am, but I don't count it like that. I'm 1,001.5.
But
anyway,
sorry. That's how he got his mystical powers. Or maybe he found the continuum transfunctioner, which is a mysterious and powerful device in which its mystery is only exceeded by its power.
Yes.
Or not.
Or not. God damn it. You got me. Never mind.
Oh my God.
Either that or an infinite probability drive.
And all you had to do to correct any mistakes was reverse the polarity of the neutron flow.
Yeah.
And all the Whovians rejoice.
And all the Whovians.
He's one of us!
And here I am fucking throwing Doug Adams and Ghostbusters shit out. He's not one of us! Exterminate!
Exterminate!
Yeah, don't try that, dude. That'll really hurt your throat, bro.
Damn.
Anyway.
The
Daleks are great. Long live the Daleks.
Yes. But other times he would complain. He would claim that his body was inhabited by 3 different angels. There was Arthur, the mean one.
No, there wasn't.
That was his can of whoop ass.
There's no angel's name Arthur.
No.
Anyway,
there was Daniel, the nice one, his conscience.
Okay.
And of course he named that one after his own given name.
Well, yeah.
And last but not least, there was Amber, and take a guess of who she was.
I don't know.
The angel of death.
Amber was the angel of death.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Well, I mean, it is if you're a mosquito.
Well, yeah, 65 million years ago. Yeah, sure.
But
somehow we brought Jurassic Park into this. Oh my God. All right. Anyway.
I think that's a first.
I believe it is. Oh, I'm bringing another one. Keep going.
Luke Castro, a.k.a. Daniel Perez, was a lot of things, but one thing he wasn't was balanced.
Yeah, true. If he named his angels, Arthur, Daniel, and Amber, those aren't angel names, dude. I mean,
no,
dude, like Michael, Gabriel. Shit, I don't remember anymore. That's all I remember.
Castiel.
Anyway. Raziel. Was Raziel an angel? I don't remember. Anyway.
Castiel.
Castiel was, I think.
Lilith.
Was Lilith an angel?
I'm going supernatural right now.
Oh, see, because I always heard that Lilith was Adam's first wife that.
Yeah, well, in supernatural, she's a demon.
God had to get rid of. Well, she became a demon. She actually, a lot of people say Lilith is the first vampire, but that's right. Neither here nor there, and we're going way off topic again. So let's go.
Well, so Lou changes his origin story just as much as Dwight York on episode 22.
I'm Pharaoh. I'm a cowboy.
I'm Geronimo. But the thing about it is, and I say this on every cult episode that we do, the people who are drawn into bullshit like this are broken. They're searching for some sort of meaning in life, and they're searching for some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, and they're hoping that it's not a train.
Oh, but it always is.
Yeah, especially if you wind up in a cult.
Yeah.
But they're ripe for the picking for somebody to come in and manipulate them and make them believe that they have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're at rock bottom, you'll believe anything that, if you're convinced that this person who magically appeared and into your life was sent by God or some other higher power, specifically sent to them and them alone. And it's not by accident either. I mean, these cult leaders and other manipulators, they seek out the weak, and they wouldn't approach like the life of the party.
No.
They wouldn't approach they wouldn't even approach like a successful car salesman. Because those people are so focused on themselves and everything that they're not going to fall for the bullshit.
No, I know. Yeah, absolutely not. They'll see right through that crap and just
anybody with high self-esteem is not going to do that. And I would never mock a cult, a cult member or a cult survivor or anything like that. I would never do that. But see, okay, the cult that I was raised in, they got to my mom when I was a kid. Do you think that, like, if they tried to approach me now, you think they would get me?
no.
Even if I hadn't been raised that way, but still wound up being the same person that I am, which I probably would have. I'd probably be even more extravagant if I hadn't gone through that.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, do you think that a cult leader would be able to get me?
No.
The way that my outlook on life and everything. Forget about the fact that I was raised in it. I mean,
Oh.
Forget about that. But
No, I don't think so.
No.
I still don't think so.
No, not at all. It's just like I don't need you. I don't need said person to come in. But like I said, they're not going to go after somebody that's really comfortable and set in with the person that they are. They're going after the people that are confused. They're going after the people that are broken. And I'm not saying that I'm not broken, but I'm not, I'm also not confused either. So they're not going to go after somebody that is firmly rooted in the person that they are.
Yes, true.
So, but this is what Patricia bought into.
She believed in it, though.
Yeah, she may not have been down in the dumps. It doesn't really say, but she was only 18 and he was twice her age, and of course very charismatic. So that also works into it. Like if an 18-year-old will give a 36-year-old the time, 36-year-old is going to be able to pretty much do whatever the fuck he wants.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, there's no doubt that, I mean,
which makes what we were talking about a few minutes ago about if she approaches him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still creepy.
That's still creepy. Yeah. Somebody half your age that's all. I mean, legal, right. It's legal. Sure. It's okay. But that's just odd. It's right. What are you going to do? Like, have her friends come over and buy them liquor and just have a party? I mean, like, seriously, I mean, the age difference here is like just too much.
When I was,
in my opinion,
when I was like 30 or 32, somewhere along in there, this like 18, 19-year-old girl that I was working with was kind of putting the moves onto me. It was like shortly before I met, my ex-wife, my Vanna's mother.
Yeah. So you could say it was shortly later that you met her from this situation.
Absolutely, I could. But, But I mean, and she was kind of coming on pretty hard. Like she was just like, yeah. I like older men and all that stuff. I'm like, what are we going to talk about? Who your favorite Backstreet Boy is?
Yeah.
And she's like, who? I'm like, God, I'm old.
Holy fuck. Anyway, all right.
So, oh shit.
How did we end up here? Anyway, moving on.
We're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
So in 1996, still in Texas, Lou met another woman, and her name was Marilyn, and she had a son and a 14-year-old daughter. Marilyn had just discovered that her Marilyn had. Oh. I can't even read my own typewriting.
Wow.
This is why you can't say, I'll be a few minutes and then 2 hours later, okay, I'm ready. Because when you say, I'll be ready in a couple of minutes, I crack my first beer.
It was only an hour, dude.
I know. Still, I had already drank like 3 or 4.
Drink slower. I know, you can't. I know, I got it.
I can drink slower if I'm not doing a podcast.
Use larger font next time.
This is 22-point font as is. So,
well, I don't know. Whatever it takes.
Okay.
22,
Maryland had
23, whatever it takes.
Okay, if I'll raise it to 36, and then I'll have like 80 pages.
That's fine. It's still not going to take as much as like 40 pages. So I guess. Anyway, moving on.
A lot more scrolling though.
For you, I just got to say.
Marilyn had just divorced her husband, and she was planning on leaving town, and that's when she met Lou.
Of course.
He didn't even have Angel's Landing yet, but he convinced Marilyn to come stay with him while she figured things out, and she agreed. But like I said before, anything with Lou comes with a cost.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to convince her of his angel story, and she thought that he was crazy. And she was right.
Yeah.
But during her stay there, Lou helped himself to her 14-year-old daughter on multiple occasions.
Oh.
And when Marilyn found out, she went to the police and pressed charges.
Good for her.
Yeah. Lou was arrested and tried, and he pled guilty, but he was released on bail until sentencing. And he didn't show up for sentencing because, take a guess.
I don't know. What, he died and it was waiting to be resurrected again? I don't fucking know.
Close.
Okay.
He would later claim that he and Patricia Hughes were driving down the road on the way to the courthouse. On the way to, they're good law-abiding citizens. I'm coming in to take my sentence for, raping a 14-year-old. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'll be there.
Right.
A car, got in front of them and slammed on the brakes, forcing Daniel to stop. And 4 policemen jumped out of the car and beat him to death. And then they left just as quickly as they had appeared.
That is a big pile of shit. See, I told you I was going to bring another Jurassic Park thing in here.
You were waiting for that.
I was just waiting.
But Patricia quickly drove him to her place, or where she watched him come back to life, supposedly, or she just took care of him and nursed him back to health. Whichever version of the story you want to believe, it's okay with me. I don't believe either.
Yeah, right. Both of them are big piles of shit.
Right.
Anyway.
But it was the first version that would be told to future recruits.
Of course.
Which was then validated by Patricia.
Well, you got to have, whatever. You got to have examples of why you are what you are, or what you claim to be. Anyway.
All Clark Kent needed was a pair of glasses.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Because you brought it up, I'm going to go into it. They did. I can't remember. They do it on MythBusters or something. I don't know. Our glasses are really a disguise, and for a lot of people, it is. I mean, because if you're used to seeing somebody with glasses, when they take their glasses off, you don't immediately recognize them. I mean, unless they have like a giant fucking beard or something like me. But anyway, not the point.
Well, like take me for example. I mean, I look completely different without my glasses, and I don't have long hair either. So it's just like right now I kind of need a haircut, but still.
I know, dude. Ray made me a point. I get my haircut. I'm fucking. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like, dude, really? You can't just cut the ends off because that's all I ever do. No, you're going to a fucking barber. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going to a barber.
You're getting your hair cut short?
I don't think short. No.
You don't think? Ooh.
Well, I mean, dude, it's whatever I decide. She didn't decide. She just made the appointment.
Oh, okay.
It's whatever I want, dude. I'm probably just going to tell them, just like, cut the ends off. I'll be good.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy, dude. You know me. I'm fucking lazy. I don't have
Well,
time.
you also like your long hair, so.
You see, there's the thing there too. It's like, dude, I've had long hair for more than half of my life, and I could take it or leave it. To be honest with you, it's some days it's more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. But you know, whatever.
Well, it blew your freaking mind the first time you ever saw me after I got my hair chopped.
Yeah, but I figured you would be the one guy that never would.
True, that's true because I was that guy for a while, but then, well,
yeah, I know. Anyway, we're digressing.
Yeah. So, so the pair then bounced to North Dakota, and since he had so many aliases, it would be very hard to track him down. You know, kind of like Pans ran when the cops in Texas were searching for Daniel Perez. Lou Castro was recruiting cult members in North Dakota.
Oh, okay.
I saw the Aurora Borealis in North Dakota.
Did you?
I did.
I know.
And when I saw it, you know, I wasn't sure exactly what I was seeing because it was kind of dim.
Mm-hmm.
But when I stopped driving, I Googled it. It's like, what's the furthest south place in the United States where you can see the Aurora Borealis? And it was North Dakota. And it's visible in North Dakota, but it's a rare occurrence when it happens.
Oh, okay.
So I probably should have bought a lottery ticket.
Yeah, right. That's cool. I didn't realize you could do that, or that was a thing. But anyway, right on.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was driving down. It was crystal clear night, out in the middle of the freaking wilderness and everything. There's no city lights anywhere. It was a crystal clear night. All the stars were lit up. It was beautiful.
Oh,
I mean, and all of a sudden I start seeing this like a forest green thing, and it was like barely there. It was barely there. It wasn't bright neon green like you see at like a North Pole. It was dark, but it was still there. And I'm like, what the hell? And like, because I had been driving for a while and it was like late at night, and I'd be like, what the hell? And I smacked myself a couple times. Like, but it's still fucking there. And I'm driving and I'm heading north. And I was just like, could that be the
right?
And then it moved. I was just like, dude, that's the Aurora Borealis. So
yeah. That's cool. Anyway,
yeah. So North Dakota, who would have thought?
Yeah, I didn't think you could see them from here. But yeah, right on. I mean, and when I say from here, I mean the United States. I don't mean like obviously you can't see them from Florida.
Right, but it's like atmospheric conditions or whatever. That's why it's a rare occurrence when it's.
Everything has. It's like everything has to be like perfectly in line.
Yeah,
or whatever. I know. I get it.
But
anyway,
but and what may have been Lou's first murder, or not, or third or fourth,
or not,
or third or fourth or 12th.
Anyway.
Who knows? Who knows? A man was found beaten to death in Mexico that looked like Lou, and even had Daniel Perez's ID in his wallet. So this is when Daniel Perez died, as far as the Texas police were concerned. And, you know, we're not going to rag the Texas police on this one because it's just like, well, we got the ID of the guy we're looking for. So guess what? He's dead.
Yeah,
he tried to flee. He tried to flee the scene from Mexico, you know, and go to Mexico and got.
He got. I love it.
So, but in North Dakota, he and Patricia got a place. All the while, he was still filling her head with more and more of the wacky shit. But he was finding that Patricia's love and attention wasn't enough, and he wanted more.
Oh.
And he found it by seducing a 15-year-old girl, and he was 40 at this point.
Okay, now that's just wrong.
Yeah. But in his defense, he told the girl he was younger.
That is a big pile of shit. That one's not going away for a while.
Nope. I like it.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
But he got physical, and he wooed her, and he filled her head with all of his nonsense that he had filled Patricia's head with. And by now he was a seer who could look into the future. He could communicate with the dead, and of course, he could change the weather. Oh, and he was an angel.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
I'm not that good angel.
All right. So what kind of angels?
Oh, you didn't catch that. That was a
no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
That was a John Travolta day. That movie where he played an angel.
Oh yeah, Michael. See, that's what I mean. That's a proper. I'm not that kind of angel. Yeah.
I don't want.
Sorry, I didn't. The way you said it threw me off. I guess I don't know, but yeah. Anyway,
I'm not getting on the airplane. Don't worry.
All right.
Sorry, John Travolta.
Yeah.
I'm not getting on an airplane with you.
No,
Not
never.
gonna happen. Nope.
I mean, dude, I like you. You know, I mean, the sign, that part of it, I don't care about.
I honestly think that his talent was wasted. I think he would have made, he should have done more villain roles.
He should have. I mean, but he was great. I mean, he ended up for somebody that I really noticed, first of all, aside from Grease, was playing Barbarino on Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he really turned into a good actor. He did.
Well, he did. Well, I hate the movie Grease. I despise that movie. But
dude, Olivia Newton-John's in it, man. That's the best movie ever.
No,
just saying.
But I hate that movie. But
that's fine. You can.
But when he was in the movie with The Punisher, that movie wasn't all that good. But he played that role as a villain fucking very well.
Yeah, he did. Dude, you know, in The Punisher, the guy in the red and white striped shirt was Kevin Nash, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot to switch out the knife with the prop knife. Fucking what's his name? The guy playing the Punisher, he stabbed him in the shoulder because they forgot to switch out the knife. Dude, and Kevin Nash was just like, he waited, dude. He got stabbed where he stabbed him, and he just waits until they call cut, and then he looks up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been stabbed.
Well, Kevin Nash was like 6'8", and at that time was like nothing but fucking muscle. So it's just like, I got bit by a mosquito or I got stabbed, one or the other.
That was a big butterfly knife, dude. That went into him, dude. Anyway, I digress because when we started digressing, but when we said we weren't going to do this shit anymore.
Yep.
I see a 3-parter coming on.
Nah, I think it'd be no 3-parter. There's just going to be a lot of editing on this one. One night, the police showed up and arrested Lou. And it's not known who tipped the police off, but I'm betting it was the girl's parents.
I would hope so.
But he was deported to Mexico, and the strange thing is Lou is a U.S. citizen. But this was Lou's version of the story, so who knows if it was true. And I'd bet my next paycheck that it wasn't true.
It's just a big pile of shit.
Exactly.
All right.
That's a t-shirt.
Well, we can't do that because it's from Jurassic Park. So
no, all you have to do is Todd says it's a big pile of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
So, this chucklehead lied more than a politician running for office in an impoverished district.
That's a lot.
Maybe he wanted to find the double of who he had dumped there and just resurrected himself.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, I guess.
Did you guys cremate that one yet? No, he's in there. Okay. I need a minute alone with the body.
Where'd you bury him? Somewhere out in the desert. Good luck.
Patricia, you got the camcorder?
We gotta get this on video.
Whoa! I have returned.
What
I
year
have
was this?
resurrected. Oh, this was 90s.
In the 90s? Oh, so they would have had to use video toaster that they probably couldn't afford. So
Yeah, the
there's
big camcorder things that are like the size of a VCR.
Well, never mind.
So Lou, in a Gary Tyson move, went back to his hometown of Corpus Christi, figuring it'd be safe there going by Lou Castro rather than Daniel Perez.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he and Patricia got a place together, and they weren't a romantic couple anymore. They were partners in crime, literally.
Okay.
But Lou didn't want to work, as most cult leaders don't.
Yeah.
Patricia did all the working, and Lou realized that he would need more people under his spell to bring home the bacon.
Bring home the bacon.
So one
I
day
guess they're allowed to eat bacon. They're not one of those like you can't eat.
Nah. No, you can. In his cult, you can do whatever the hell you want, but
as long as you pay for it.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
So one day he struck up a conversation with a neighbor in his apartment complex, 34-year-old Mona Griffith, and she had a 9-year-old daughter named Lindsay and an older son.
No.
And she was a nice woman who never harmed anybody. She loved to laugh. She had a smile that would light up the room. She was a free spirit who loved life and all that other cliche stuff that certain podcasts say when they're reading off the Wikipedia page.
Right. That sounds like her profile on, I don't know, Tinder or something. I love to laugh. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Saying I love to laugh is like saying I love to breathe.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Anyway, moving on. Let's go.
But because nobody was just like, watching a comedy movie and be like, oh, okay, something funny happens. No, I hate laughing.
I hate laughing.
I would not laugh. Carl Panzram might watch a movie like that.
Yeah, he could probably do that. He could probably pull that off. But anyway.
I don't like to laugh.
Fuck you guys, you're not funny.
You know what?
But Carl, we are funny. Anyway.
God, if Mel Brooks had lived back then and was making movies, Carl Panzram would not have done what he did. He had been too busy laughing at Mel Brooks movies.
When was Panzram again? He was like the
early 1900s.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
What are your credentials? Theft, rape, murder, and rape. Or theft, rape, murder, and rape.
You said rape twice.
I like rape.
It's too bad the kids nowadays can't enjoy that movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, moving on. Let's go. We digress again.
We're still trying. We're still not. But no, that our Panzram 3-part episode was. That was a lot of work. So we haven't recovered from that one yet.
This one's about to be 3 parts. If you don't hurry the fuck up.
It's not gonna be 3 parts.
You want to bet?
Yes, I'll bet.
Okay, we'll do this again. You want to bet? I am entirely in control of how long this video goes. So. Anyway, moving on.
Foul play, sir.
I know it was a dirty blow, but it was a low blow, but I had to do it.
But she was going through a nasty divorce, Mona was, and Lou used that to move in on her, and she was in a bad spot, and Lou knew exactly how to exploit her situation to benefit his needs, and one thing that he needed was money, and lots of it, among other things.
Yeah, among other things. Anyway.
Lou convinced Mona that he could use his powers and help her with her money issue.
Oh.
So what do you think he did? Take a guess.
I don't know. Dude, I want to say something stupid. Like, he took all her money and, like, bet or gambled it, but I don't think that's right. That doesn't sound right.
No. He moved Mona and her kids in with he and Patricia, and the two of them spent brainwashing, conditioning, mind fucking. Damn it!
Damn
They're
it.
counseling Mona.
Counseling her. Oh, it's okay.
Fuck.
When
Lou would
does
help.
never mind.
Huh?
Nothing.
Lou,
Go on.
Lou would help with her kids as well, and I think you know where this is going.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mona, now divorced with custody of the kids, was isolated in the clutches of Lou, who was determined to get everything that he wanted, and everything seemed symbiotic at first, and everybody was happy. Lou was her savior, and Mona was eating right out of his hands.
Yep. Okay.
But before too long, Lou started getting paranoid about being caught by the Corpus
Christi police.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why he came back there in the first place is beyond me.
No shit.
Yeah, but he realized that if he was discovered, he'd be done, especially since the fact that he had faked his own death as far as the Corpus Christi police were concerned.
Yeah, right. Like, why?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So why go back there in the first place?
I know. It's not like people aren't going to recognize you.
Right.
I mean, you used to live there. Somebody somewhere is going to see you and go, "Hey, aren't you?" And
aren't you Daniel Perez? No, I'm Lou.
I'm Big Lou.
I'm Lou.
And that is a big pile of shit. Anyway.
Lou.
Hurry up. Let's get going before this actually does become a three-parter.
It won't. Lou began getting close to Lindsay, grooming her, and not Mona or anybody else noticed it except for the 17-year-old girl from North Dakota, the one that was 15.
Oh, she's still in the picture. Okay. I didn't realize she was still around.
Yeah, they had stayed in touch, and she had come to the commune and saw how close Lou was, she had seen how close Lou was getting to Lindsay, and she got jealous, and then she went back home after a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
But shortly after all that, Lou moved the group to South Dakota, and they didn't question it at all. I mean, Lou is an angel after all, and he knows what's best for them.
No, he doesn't. But anyway.
He knows what's best for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Just saying.
I know.
I mean, I'm just saying I didn't, when we first recorded part 1, that was like, it had been like a very long time since I had heard anything about Angel's Landing. So it's like a lot of it had gone, it was just gone.
Yeah.
Man, doing the research on part 2, it broke me.
Yeah.
Part 2 is.
Well, shit, dude. If it broke you, it's going to. Dude, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here, but I'm just going to have my headphones on mute. And I'm just going to nod and smile.
No, you know what's coming because something that happened in part 1.
I know, and I'm prepared for it. It's fine.
But there's a lot more. There's a lot more like cult stuff and everything. It's just like, I didn't, it's just like, and I even called a couple people. It's just like, can you talk to me for a minute?
You don't sound like a cult survivor.
Yeah, shit. I forgot to mention that.
That's why you have me.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
When we recorded this episode initially, I was talking about how I had gotten a message on Twitter from somebody. I still haven't gotten a message back, but saying that I don't sound like a cult survivor, and I replied like, "What the hell am I supposed? What does a cult survivor sound like? Like, do you want me to just be like, life sucks? I mean, and I don't know whether this person was taking a jab at me or giving me a compliment.
Yeah.
And they still haven't gotten back to me yet because I asked that. I was like, what are you saying? what do you mean by that? So it's like, I'm not going to roast this person until I get clarification on what they meant. And if they're just like, oh, you're, you don't act like you've been in a cult. Well, have you ever been in a cult? Yeah, it's just like, I don't know the person's intentions. It was just like a one sentence of a one line message. You don't sound like a cult survivor. Thank you,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Thanks. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Elaborate, please.
Yes. Inquiring minds want to know the fuck you meant by that statement, sir. Or ma'am, whichever you may be.
Yeah, and it was one of those ambiguous names too. It could have,
Please elaborate them. Thank you very much.
MK Ultra 671235 or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. It was just some. Yeah.
Anyway,
the picture on the profile was was a picture like
three parts are about to happen.
Anyway. I don't like redoing episodes.
I don't either.
Because I mean, most of what's here, I've literally already said.
Yeah. Can we just cut in that part?
No, we can't because there's certain parts that
I know. Just keep going, dude.
Couldn't connect. So. But while in South Dakota, they picked up some new recruits. Mona and Patricia both met men. Mona met a pilot named Jim Chase, and the pair got engaged.
Oh.
Patricia met a man named Brian Hughes, and they got married. So that's where Patricia Hughes comes from.
Yeah. All right.
I guess there's so little to do in South Dakota, that men will just jump at the chance to get cozy with sexy cult women.
I would assume.
But the commune all moved into a small cabin that Brian owned, and I can't even imagine that 5 people in one small cabin with no electricity or running water.
Oh. Yeah. I bet that was a interesting...
It was hell, I'm sure.
And I'm sure there was an interesting aroma floating about the place.
Ew.
Let's just call it that.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's too ew.
Well,
But and Jim hadn't moved in with Mona yet. So Mona and her kids were there, but Jim was still like sitting in his apartment. Just like, I ain't moving into that damn.
Right, dude, I've got TV in the shower. Fuck that place.
I would hope that Mona and the kids spent a lot of nights there at his place.
I would hope, but you never know.
But Lou had a great bedside manner, so to speak, and he went out of his way to make each and every one of them feel special, gradually turning up the heat on the pot of water and the stove on the stove with the frogs in it, and they all loved it.
Well, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, frogs. What I'm talking about there is the thing. It's just like, if you throw a frog into a pot of boiling water, it's going to jump out. But if you put a frog into water, like room temperature water, gradually release, gradually raise the heat, frog's not going to know until he's dead.
I'm sorry, you drop anything to a pot of boiling water, it dies instantly.
Well, frogs they got them legs.
Yeah, they have involuntary muscle rate. Dude, I've seen a set of frog legs that I bought to be breaded and fried that was like seriously skinned, just the chicken wing looking frog legs, right? Thrown into a pan and watch the fucker hop out the pan. It's totally just muscle contractions that happen through the cooking process.
But still, it's a good analogy for.
It is. No, I get it. Yeah.
It's not disrespectful. We brought this up on, a couple early cult episodes that we did, but we kind of stopped talking about it. But
what happens.
it's appropriate in the story.
Yes, it is. No, it's fine. I got you. Let's go. Carry on.
Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to our listeners who might not have heard those episodes. Oh, are you calling them frogs? No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm
not really.
I'm
Maybe we are. Who knows?
If anything, my mom was a frog.
It's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I doubt the cult survivor over there, my co-host, my good friend, is going to call cult members frogs.
Right. In a derogatory
fashion. In a derogatory manner, yes. There's no way he would do that. Anyway, moving on.
So, with all these mouths to feed, Lou needed more money. And there was money coming in, likely from whatever scams that he had running, but like we'll get into next and everything. But if that was the case, the scams aren't known about. But regardless, I'm sure it was happening because the money had to be coming from from somewhere, and nobody was working. So put a knife in that.
All right.
Lou and Patricia convinced Mona to take out a huge life insurance policy on herself, $750,000 worth of insurance. So since she liked to drink, they provided her with all the alcohol she could drink so she could drink herself to death.
Oh.
Or maybe I just had a Michael Malloy flashback, episode 1.
Yeah, it's possible, because I did too. I mean, were they feeding her like sardine sandwiches and with?
Well, I don't know, but $750,000 would buy a lot of sardine sandwiches.
Yes, it would. Enough methanol to get the job done too, I would assume.
Yeah, but no, that's not what they did. But
I mean, unless you're Michael Malloy, dude, Jesus Christ, that guy was indestructible. But anyway, moving on.
Mona did what she was asked, and Lindsay, and named Lindsay as the beneficiary, and Patricia named Patricia as her daughter as well, meaning that if something happened to both Mona and Lindsay, Patricia would get the payout.
Wow. And then everybody thought this was just okay.
Frogs, bro. Frogs.
Okay.
So, February of 2001, Mona's fiance, Jim, planned a trip to Nebraska. Jim was going to fly Mona and Lindsay up there, and since he was a pilot, and they all loaded up in Jim's plane and took off. There was bad weather in their path, but it was nothing that Jim hadn't dealt with before. But the plane disappeared. Jim had never filed a plate plan. A plate plan.
Yeah.
Get your notebook out, Todd.
That's another one.
A plate plan.
A plate plan.
A flight plan.
Mm-hmm.
Lou reached out to law enforcement and wanted minute-to-minute updates on search and rescue efforts. And Mona's sister, Lisa, arrived, and Lou went through the motions of being a concerned friend, and this hands-on approach went Lou's way. Lisa said that she was grateful to have Lou as a confidant.
What the all right.
I
get it.
I mean, yeah.
I
See, it's shit like this in these cult episodes to get to me.
Yeah.
It's.
Dude, the guy obviously killed people for that money, and you are just not seeing it. And I understand that can happen, but at the same time, I just want to say, surely you can't be serious.
Well, they were serious, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't appreciate you calling them Shirley.
Yeah, okay. Thought you missed it there for a minute.
No.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I got it as soon as you said it.
Oh, I know you did.
The thing about it, it's like we're starting to get into the part where, the part that I had left out in the notes when we did it initially. Luckily to you have the memory of a goldfish, so all of this is new to you.
No, actually everything, because we just did this last week or whatever. Not last week, a week ago, whatever. 2 weeks ago. I remember it all, bro.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, I don't remember how I answered any of the questions. I remember I didn't say something that I said before that we might not have gotten to yet.
But now we're getting into the parts that I had left out.
Okay, left out part. So, all right, here we go.
So, I mean, we're not there yet, but we're getting there.
Oh, fuck my life, dude. Come on.
Lou tried to
2 fucking hours. Hour and a half. I'm just kidding. Go.
Lou tried to cash in the policy, but going back to episode 1, Michael Malloy, what do you need to cash in a policy?
Body.
Right.
Did I get it right? Yay.
You got it right.
See, I told you I can remember shit sometimes.
But they were flat out missing.
Yeah.
Weeks later, the plane was found, and all 3 passengers were dead. No mechanical issues were found in the plane, and they concluded that the bad weather that day was the culprit. And the insurance company then paid out the money to Patricia, who turned it over to Lou. $750 large.
Yep.
Mona's son Cody came to see Lou, who put on an Emmy-winning tear-filled performance, saying Lindsay was never supposed to be on that plane, which is a lie.
Yes.
She was a loose end who was also the primary beneficiary of the policy. She was absolutely supposed to be on that plane, and she could have, if she had not been on that plane, she could have just taken the money and ran. There wouldn't have been a goddamn thing Lou could have done about it.
Very true.
And if he had killed her later, that would have been very suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Did I mention I hate this guy?
I'm not sure you have yet, but I think we're both feeling the same way.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second time.
I'm fairly certain we both hate this fuck, but
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I hate more though? Is the fact that we're doing this over again.
Oh, I know. Me too. It's my fault. It's my fault.
No,
too.
it's fine, dude. It's fine.
No, it's my fault. I totally accept responsibility for it. I left out.
Of course you do, because it is your fault.
Yeah.
But never mind. Just keep going. Come on.
But I get the episode done. Unlike our YouTube page that still has 0 videos on it.
All right. All right. You wound me, Bill. Take thy beak from out of my heart. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be in my space like within the next day.
I know.
From the recording of this. So
well, I had to go there
fast. I know you did. I know you did.
You just dissed me.
I would have been mad if you didn't go there.
But that comment made Cody suspicious. And what did he mean? She wasn't supposed to be on the plane. She wasn't supposed to be on the plane. I mean, that right there sounds suspicious.
Yeah,
she wasn't supposed to be on the plane.
Yeah.
And what was Lou's MOS in the Navy?
What's MOS?
He was an air method of service.
Is that what it's actually called?
Yeah, MOS, method of service.
All right. Well, he was an airplane mechanic, right?
Yeah, airplane mechanic.
I mean, can you cut the brake line on an airplane?
That would show up.
Well, not if it crashes and explodes. No, they have there's that investigative team and I still forget what they're called.
Yeah, the FAA.
Is it the FAA? I thought they had a special name. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, they come out and find the tiniest little fragments of something and put it and assemble the entire plane back together.
Yeah, like they did with Challenger.
Yeah, amazing people. Anyway, moving on.
So now Lou and his remaining followers, Patricia and Brian, headed to Lee Summit, Missouri, outside of Kansas City. There, the 17-year-old girl from North Dakota, who is now 18, joined them once again.
Why the fuck does she keep coming back?
I don't know. Because
somebody in that group got a big dick. That's why she keep coming back.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, probably.
I mean, or whatever. Somebody in that group got something she wants. That's why she keeps coming back. There's because there's absolutely no fucking reason for that girl to come back.
No, he's 42.
And what you've said so far.
Yeah, he's 42 years old now. Why would she come back after leaving after he was messing around with a 14-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Or she was 15 and she was jailbait. No, I don't know. It's cult leader. It's the fucking. It's got his claws in her.
He's got that charisma.
Yeah, and even when she went back, he was probably still in touch with her. It's just like, I'm an angel. I will guide you.
Yeah.
And put you in the right direction.
I'll put you in a direction, all right.
And he did.
Yeah, of course he did.
So, Brian and Patricia had a baby girl. So 5 members once again. So they needed more space. So they found a real estate agent.
As opposed to one of those fake agent things
Yeah,
on like Pornhub or whatever. Oh, God. All right.
So they found a real estate agent named Jennifer Hudson. Lou walked up looking like Lorenzo Lamas and a renegade in a cowboy hat.
All right.
No, he did. He was a Mexican looking guy. What is the word that we're supposed to call that now?
Latino,
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just. Oh okay. Man, but yeah, he had long hair and he wore just a vest with nothing underneath it and all that stuff. He was built and all that stuff, and he wore a cowboy hat, so he looked like Lorenzo Lamas and Renegade.
All right.
So he told her that he had made his fortunes with a cattle ranch in South Dakota, and that he had a mansion in Texas, and is it in Corpus Christi? Kind of like Ron John. He's got that big old mansion in Cocoa Beach, but can never visit it.
Right.
That might be a story we might need to cover for Patreon too. Ron John.
Yeah, we could.
It's an interesting story.
It is, and there's billboards for Ron Johns all up and down.
Yeah. You start seeing billboards for
there's chances that people have heard of it, whether they've been to it or not. They've probably seen a sign for it.
The Ron John billboards start in South Georgia.
Really? I thought they went further than that. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong then. Never mind.
I don't know. Maybe. I can think of one in South Georgia.
All right. That's fine.
So,
I thought they went further, but that's all right.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
I'm probably wrong, dude.
But
dude, it's been fucking a quarter of a century since I've left the state. So yeah, I'm probably wrong.
So he said that he wanted a property for his extended family. Well, he wasn't lying.
No, not really.
Jennifer liked him immediately, and like I said, he began showing him many properties. This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. This one? Maybe. You want to see it? No.
No.
I don't know. I had fun with that at the beginning of the episode.
That was good. No.
What about this one over here? No.
No.
I'm an angel.
So?
No.
No, you're not. Don't try to pull that shit on me, boy. I see right through your fucking narrow ass.
What about this property? No.
Well, then you know what? Go fuck off then. I'll see you.
Oh, man.
No property for you.
They finally decided on a big house there in Missouri, and later on 10 acres, which became 20 outside of Wichita, where individual houses would be built. But right now we're in Missouri. So, when you think serial killers and cults, you think California, Florida. But Kansas is up there too.
Yeah.
BTK, the slave master.
Who you're not supposed to listen to, by the way.
Yeah. Wait till we do our new one. The Bloody Benders. Edward Adams, Cecil Floyd, Henry Brown, just to name a few. And all of these have 6 victims or more.
Okay.
And as for cults, there's the United Nation of Islam. There's another chapter of the FLDS. There's the World Revival Church, and not to mention the fucking Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, don't even get me started. Please.
And all of this was just off of one Google search.
Yeah.
Obviously I knew about BTK, Slave Master, the Bloody Benders, and the Westboro Baptist Church, but I didn't realize that there was another chapter of the FLDS in Kansas.
Yeah. What do you know, dude? What do you know, dude? There's fat lip dick suckers everywhere, bro. Sorry, that's the first words I could put together for FLDS.
Yeah, it works.
It does. Anyway, moving on.
The paperwork was put in the 17-year-old, now 18-year-old's name, and we don't have her name, but so the paperwork for that house was in her name. Jennifer didn't find that to be strange, likely because Lou was turning her brain into mush. No, he was turning her brain into mush.
Yeah, by telling her he was an angel. Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Amy, an angel.
And she's like over there going, dude, if you want me to fuck you, don't you think you should be telling me I'm an angel? Not telling me you're an angel, because I ain't believing that shit for a minute.
But anyway. She did.
Yeah, well, you know.
Lou was her angel.
His darling angel.
Come and save me tonight.
Closer than my peeps you are to me. Baby.
You're my angel. Anyway.
Yeah, we're singing 2 totally different songs. I'm singing a song that most of the people listening to us will probably get, and Bill's over there singing some dumb Aerosmith song from the fucking 70s.
80s.
I know it wasn't from the 70s, Bill. I'm just fucking with you.
So Lou introduced her to Patricia and Brian, and they hit it off as well. Jennifer,
of course they did.
Jennifer had found a new circle of genuinely good people who cared about her, and I believe that's called love bombing.
All right, we'll call it that.
But in a bit of irony, she thought that this group of people were too trusting.
Okay. I'm not sure what to.
Well, Jennifer took it upon herself to be Lou's bodyguard, and he her long lost pal.
Oh my God, dude! Did they call her Al?
Possibly.
Oh no. Yeah, and what about Betty? Was somebody called Betty? Because I know there was a Betty in there somewhere.
Could have been.
Could have been.
Jennifer firmly believed in angels, and she was beginning to believe that Lou was one for real, and she wanted to believe. And if you believe something bad enough, eventually it'll become fact to you.
Yes, indeed.
Lou was working the angle that he was thousands. I almost said angel. Lou was working the angle that he was thousands of years old. Now, instead of 1,000, now he's thousands of years old.
Thousands, plural.
Yeah, plural. And he had died multiple times, and he had several host bodies over the years. He could also see into the future. He could raise the dead. It sounds so ridiculous, but all these people believed it.
Dude, that is a big pile of shit. I mean, yeah, it is. Anyway, moving on, please.
Then he began talking about the other side and how one's ultimate goal should be to get there. Now, riddle me this. If the ultimate goal is to die, then having the ability to raise the dead would be about as useful as a typewriter at a computer store.
Yes. Yes, I 100% agree. If the end goal of your cult, we'll just say, is to make it into heaven, to die and go to heaven, then yeah, why would you bother telling people you could resurrect the dead?
Right, because it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. That's not the. Yeah. See, somebody's forgetting his bullshit and getting caught up in his lies.
But you see, also now we're getting into Heaven's Gate type territory.
Well, yeah.
But put a knife in that.
Do I have to?
So later in 2001 was when they moved to Wichita, and 3 large and very nice houses were quickly built. The compound was complete, or at least well underway. Later, a swimming pool was added along with trails for ATVs to ride on, and Lou loved the remote control airplanes, and he had a fleet of them.
All right.
Then a stable was built, and they got horses, and they all ate together, and they partied on weekends. They were living lavishly. They were high on the hog. But Lou knew that 750 large would not last forever.
Yeah, it's probably already gone. Anyway, shit. I mean, dude, all that shit he built, and then you have to buy like ATV trails, so you have to buy ATVs. Those ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that money's probably way long gone.
Well, it said that ATV trails were built. I mean, we're talking about Kansas. I mean, it's not like they had to bring in a bulldozer to do it. You just ride over the grass.
Oh, I know, but you still need the ATVs to do it,
right?
Oh yeah, so I know what you're saying. Yeah, dude. I mean, ATV trail. What, you just go out there and put a flag or put a post that go that way. Go that way.
So, and eventually you get worn down.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
the people were able to come and go as they pleased, and Jennifer still had her job as a realtor. Brian had found work as a mechanic, and they would hand their money over to Lou, but those 2 paychecks alone wouldn't be nearly enough to sustain them, obviously.
Not. No, not at all.
But at the time, life seemed good. But kids know when something's wrong.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. Emily and Sarah were skeptical.
Skeptical.
That's it.
They were skeptical.
Skeptical about Lou and his arrangement and his magical powers, but there was nothing they could do about it.
His magical powers. Oh my God. Anyway, sorry.
Lou tried love bombing the sisters big time, but Sarah, now 17 years old, thought that he was trying too hard.
Well, good for her, because he was, you know.
Oh, Sarah's a badass. But Sarah,
I know a lot of girls named Sarah that are fucking badasses. So yeah, I believe it.
I think it goes with the name.
Yeah, it probably does.
But Sarah and Emily, they did like Patricia though, so they became Patricia's projects. And to get them to open up to Lou, she told them personally that she personally had witnessed Lou die and come back to life, and swore all the things that Lou was saying was true. And this eventually won Sarah and Emily over.
And that is a big pile of shit.
Definitely. I'm proud of you, Todd. You finally found your catchphrase.
I know. It's too bad I had to steal it from Jurassic Park, but yeah, I'm good.
It works.
I love it. I actually have something other than, anyway, moving on, and all the other shit I say.
So, and next in the Cult Leader Playbook, you have, once you have the kids under your thumb, it's divide and conquer.
Yes.
He spoiled Emily and even got her own horse for her birthday, along with anything else she asked for, but little or nothing for Sarah, who began to get jealous.
As you would.
So, remember the 3 angels who lived in Lou?
Arthur, Daniel, and Amber, I believe.
Yep.
The very unangel-like names, but yes.
Right. Well, Arthur, the mean one, began making appearances, and whenever he was nasty, it was Arthur, not him.
Did he ask him to simonize his car?
Don't know.
That's one. Yeah.
He might.
You got to be old to know that one.
So now that he had the girls under a spell, he began grooming them, and he moved 10-year-old Emily in with him rather than have her live with Jennifer and Sarah.
Yeah, of course he would, because
he would make her sleep in bed with him, and he would convince her that he needed to have sex with young girls in order to give him his power as a seer and continue to live forever. He would twist Bible verses to back up his ridiculous claims. And he made her believe that he loved her and that she loved him, and nobody else except for maybe Patricia knew about it either. But we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Now we're at the part where I left out.
Oh, shit. All right.
Cultist Brian Hughes met a man named David on a construction site that he was working on. David had just lost his wife and was vulnerable, so Brian Hughes told him about this all-knowing guru named Lou. So David visited the commune, and after one barbecue, David was in. That must have been one hell of a party.
Yeah, right? Look, I can make some good barbecue, but ain't nobody wanted to move in with me after it.
Right.
Tell you what.
Damn, that was good barbecue.
Said I'm moving into your house. You got to do this shit all the time.
Can I move in?
I want to be part of your tribe, bro. Let me in. All right, go on. Whatever.
Yeah, well,
anyway.
Okay. Are you gonna be my ninth cat?
I don't even want to go there.
Oh man. So Lou, of course, welcomed him with open arms, but Lou realized that he needed more money.
Yeah.
After all, the good Lou giveth and the good Lou taketh away.
Dude, how can you trust anybody named Lou? Just, I don't. Yeah, that's beyond me. Anyway, moving, whatever. I mean, I could go on for hours about this shit. But go ahead.
Years earlier, Lou had convinced Patricia to take out a life insurance policy on herself for $1 million. He told her to name her husband Brian as the beneficiary. And the bank account had dipped below $10,000 at this point. So at this time, you'd think that Patricia would have seen through this, and Patricia is his number one guard.
Patricia is my number one. I call her number two.
Yeah. Well, at this point, he might as well call her number 8.
Anyway, still better than me and Scott, but we won't go there.
This is pathetic. This is totally pathetic.
It's horrible. Anyway,
no, but in 2003, it was time for Amber, the Angel of Death, to make her debut.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Please tell me he dressed up in fucking latex fucking thongs and stuff to be Amber, right?
I hope so. And why do you have to keep fucking with your mic?
Because it keeps moving on me, bro.
I have another one of these. You want it?
No.
Mine does not move. Mine does not move.
Yeah, because you got your hands on your computer, and from what I can see, when your chair is shaking, it looks like you're jerking off. But we won't go there.
My mouse.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
In front of Patricia, Lou had a quote unquote vision. His eyes went glazed and then turned into an evil grin. Yeah. And after some theatrics, Lou returned to normal, and he announced that he had just been given a vision and Trish's time had come. She was going to die soon.
Okay.
This speaks as to how thoroughly brainwashed everybody was. Patricia obviously knew about the life insurance policy with her name on it, but she had thought nothing of it. And besides, she had been friends with Lou for a long time. Lou had never intentionally hurt her. Plus,
but wasn't she there when the last insurance policy?
Yeah.
And she doesn't. Okay.
And she also knew that the whole story about Lou coming back to life was bullshit.
Yeah. And she just going along with it not a thing is going to happen to her.
She bought it. She was bought in though. She, like I said before, if you believe a lie and enough, eventually it's going to become fact. And that's what happened to her. Lou promised that he would bring Patricia back to life.
Of course he did.
So the body count is now up to 3. And you'd think
that we know of.
Yeah, that we know of. And you'd think that people would realize that being in this cult had a short shelf life.
Yeah.
Especially considering that Lou's second in command's time had come, and she was probably not even, if she was in her 30s, it was early 30s at this point.
I'm sorry, number 2, but it is time for you to go.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, bring me sharks with freaking laser beams on their heads.
But it's conditioning and brainwashing, and that's all it is. Lou likely spun it as if as tragic as it was for them to lose their adopted family, the end goal was to go on to the afterlife. And Lou had adopted that mantra early on, so they were conditioned to believe that death was a good thing.
Right.
So in June, the day of reckoning for Patricia was at hand, and she had come home from running errands as she and Emily and Lou, they decided to go down to the pool. And Patricia had pool cleaning duty that day.
Of course.
And Patricia's baby was with them, the 2-year-old. And Lou told Emily to take the baby and wait until Patricia was done cleaning the pool before coming out. More than likely, chemicals and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He told her to go wait in the pool shed. And Patricia kissed her daughter goodbye, and Emily figured it out.
Okay.
Emily's 11 at this point, 11 or 12. And she figured it out.
Never underestimate the wisdom of a child.
Exactly. Yeah, Patricia told her not to worry and that she would see her again very soon. Fucking damn it. Lou told Patricia to wade into the pool. Emily did as she was told, went into the shed, and then she heard a splash. She stayed put in the shed until Lou came to get them because, well, he had been raping her every single night. So
there's that.
He had power over her. But he was soaked and out of breath. And he told Emily to call 911 and to say that Patricia had fallen and hit her head while trying to rescue her daughter who had fallen into the pool. Now remember, who had the toddler? Emily had the toddler.
Emily.
Yeah.
Oh.
He also told her to wait 20 minutes in the shed and then go into the pool to get the baby wet and then to call 911.
Oh, goddamn. Fuck my life. Holy shit. All right.
This gave Lou a chance to make like a tree and split.
Oh, make fly. Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
Emily did what she was told, all the while Patricia was floating dead in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So Lou immediately grabbed Sarah, took her to a car dealership, making sure Emily wouldn't be able to tell her sister what had really happened. And plus, it gave him an alibi.
Oh, okay. I was like, why did he go to a car dealership? But okay, I get it now.
Yeah, so he was he was on his way to the car dealership when Emily finally called 911. So, I mean, he literally didn't waste any time. He just basically went, Sarah, come on, we're going.
Right. It's your shit. Let's go.
Right. That Mustang you like? Let's go look at it.
Yeah.
So
just came into some money. I'll be able to buy it for you shortly.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Actually, you know what? That wasn't in the notes, but that's probably exactly what happened.
Man, it can't be far from the truth.
Because remember, he was like basically shunning Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden Sarah's just like, "Oh, you're going to buy me a car?" Yeah, it'll take about 2 weeks after this life insurance policy money comes
Yeah.
in.
Hey, I'm about to give us some money. Let's go look for a car.
Yeah. Mustang. You want a Mustang?
Whatever you want.
You want a Camaro?
Anyway, fuck.
So Lou was there haggling and wasting the car salesman time when Emily called Sarah panicking.
All right.
When they got back to, they obviously, Lou's like, what? We got to get back there.
Oh, of course.
So, meanwhile, the car salesman, he probably lost an up that was actually there to buy a car and had to go back to the back of the line.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be a car salesman. I know how these things work.
Right.
But
anyway.
I thought about getting back into it. But anyway.
Dude, you're too old to deal with that stress, bro. You don't need that shit in your life.
No, I don't. I'm
telling you that right now.
But when they got back to Angel's Landing, the police were already there. Patricia's body was pulled from the water, and the police believed Emily's story, and the death was listed as an accident because she had a mark on her head that was consistent with falling and hitting her head on the side.
All right.
So, I mean...
Was there any marks on the side of the pool that could verify this?
No.
Of course there weren't.
No.
And why didn't they look for them?
Oh, it don't matter. The deed's done, and it's going to come back to him.
Oh, that's right. We're not picking on cops anymore. I forgot. My bad.
No. I mean, these are Kansas cops. Remember the slave master?
Yeah, I know.
These guys are on the fucking ball. And especially the guy that
apparently not.
The guy we're about to meet. No, the guy we're about to meet right now. Yeah, that's a fucking rock star. Not everybody believes it was an accident. Plain old Kansas detective Ron Goodwin didn't buy it.
All right.
He smelt a rat. He had his eye on Lou for a while now with all these high dollar toys that Lou had, along with brand new cars and new houses that had been built. Now, Ron was part of the narcotics division and he believed at the time that Angel's Landing was a drug running operation. And you can understand why. All this money flowing through there and very few of the members working, if any of the members.
Why not?
But this narcotics officer, Ron Goodwin, was ultimately the one who would bring Lou down.
Okay.
In part two.
All right.
So, man.
All right.
So do you see how much I left out?
Just that last little 10 minutes.
Well, that last 10 minutes was, I couldn't just put that in after I had already moved forward. We had to redo the episode.
You could have just edited it in.
No. Nope.
I mean, no, we could have just done the new part and then we could have put it in. I guarantee.
Nope, wouldn't have worked that way. Nope.
I could have made it work, but anyway. All right. That's why it takes me so much longer to edit than you do, is because I go that way extra mile to cut it. Well, I stopped doing that because I was like, here, let me edit that one. I'm like, all right, now you send it back to me. I was like, dude, he didn't cut out none of the shit that I was trying to fix. So fuck it, let's go. If you don't care that it's in there, I don't care that it's in there. I'll let him stutter all the way through the episode. I don't give a fuck. I was trying to make you look like you knew what you were doing.
Well, then
anyway, brother, it's all good. No,
then it became a bit. Then it became a bit.
It did.
A real bit, but still a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit. It's a bit. Yeah, totally. Anyway, it's fine.
So, yeah, part two, we're gonna really get into some shit, really dark.
Yeah.
Everything.
Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about good news.
Let's talk about good news. First Patreon subscriber.
Yeah.
Ariana Hurley. Hit the applause button for her.
I'm trying. I don't know where it is. There it is.
She has
our first Patreon. Thank you so very much.
And she has a one of a kind CKCB T-shirt on the way to her.
Yes.
And on top of our logo on it, it says the OG Patreon subscriber. So
I would have just put OG Patreon, but yeah, that's cool. No, it's fine.
No, that's her. She is.
No, I'm just saying on the shirt, I would have just put OG Patreon.
Even if she cancels after 1 month.
What's she doing?
She's still the OG.
She is. She was still number one, and it doesn't matter. Yep. Yeah, if she cancels now, it's fine. She's still number one. Nobody else gets that fucking spot.
Yep, she's got that T-shirt on the way.
She will be number one OG Patreon forever and ever.
So
hopefully she won't cancel. Hopefully she likes us enough to keep going.
And we're actually gonna have her on to do an episode with us as a guest. She made a suggestion, and we're gonna do it.
Oh, sweet.
So that'll be fun. I mean, it's a few weeks from now and all that stuff. But especially we're in the middle of a 2-parter at the moment. And we've started. We've got 2 new Patreon episodes, and we've always said it's like we're not going to do another new episode until we get a Patreon subscriber, and we got one.
We got one. So Ariana's got new episodes to watch. Y'all should join her.
Absolutely. And the next 4 people who join will get a T-shirt. After that, no more free T-shirts. Because they cost us money.
Yeah, I don't know. We might figure something out and give you like a discount. We'll figure something out. So,
and it costs a hell of a lot more than $4 to make one of those T-shirts. At least the way we're doing it at the moment. So.
At the moment, yes. We will figure out a way to give our Patreon subscribers discount merch, discount this, discount that.
And we'll find a cost-effective way to, set up a shop and do T-shirts and.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Patreon, like, dude, if we come up with a new T-shirt design, whoever's on Patreon should get first chance to get it.
Or at least
if we come up with a new T-shirt design, like whatever billism I want to put on a T-shirt, the Patreon subscribers get first crack at it. They get to have it first, and then we'll put it on our shop for everybody else.
No, I think we just give the Patreon subscribers a discount code, and then make it available to everybody.
It's still going to be available to everybody, just not right away, dude. People do that shit all the time on Patreon.
Okay, all right, fine, damn,
all right, fine, yeah. Anyway, let's get this shit over with.
All right.
I'm tired, dude. I was starting to nod off towards the end. I didn't fall completely asleep, but I was getting close.
It sucks when you have to redo an episode, but still, I think.
Oh no, it was still fine. I mean,
usually when we have to redo one, the redo is better, and I think that was the case in this one too. So,
all right. Okay.
Anyway, thanks a hell of a lot for listening. We appreciate the hell out of it. Subscribe to our Patreon. Please hook us up with, like the good old 5-star reviews and everything, because, hey, if you like us, hook us up.
Yeah.
Check out our socials and everything. Interact with us. We interact back. We're good about that. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. And until next week, later.
Cheers, everybody.